I had to redo this video because when I was trying to make it, there were a bunch of cars stopped at a green light because Baltimore has the best drivers in the fucking world. They stop at green lights and they fucking run through red lights, and the city cops don't do traffic enforcement. Although I'm crossing into the county line right now, Baltimore County is a bit different. The cops here still do their job. Anyways, and I still got the caveman look going on. I'll take care of that. I'm gonna shave when I get done working out. Wanted to make this quick little video because it seems like some of my antagonists are a little bit more intelligent than I thought, and they did a little bit more research than I realized. Because, you know, there's an individual who failed this path. You know, he was on YouTube. I mean, his videos are still on YouTube, the ones that haven't gotten taken down. But, you know, he was on YouTube. He stopped posting in, like, fucking 2011 or whatnot. Because, apparently, the dude has schizophrenia. And, you know, he's not in good shape right now. But I didn't know that. I thought the fucking usual suspects were calling me schizophrenic because I speak about the inner voice. But no, it seems like they did their research and they found an individual who used to take this path and failed it. And, you know, they read his book and they think because I make the videos I make and I talk about what I talk about, that I'm some fucking zealot who's just regurgitating what he says. Even though if y'all have listened to my videos and y'all have read his book, y'all know there are some pretty key differences in what we say, okay? And I'm still around, he's not. So, I just found that kind of funny. And you guys notice in the poll I just put up, I even included the schizophrenic option. But, it's sad, isn't it, guys? There's people out there who will do the research to see what the fuck I'm talking about. And no matter how true it is, they'll reject it just because they have a problem with me. And with guys like that, y'all just gotta let them fail. You know, I made a video, I think, a year or two ago where I talked about somebody can intend to help you and their information can be destructive either because they themselves don't have the level of understanding that they think they do, and this is what happened to that guy, or because they're intentionally misleading you, they're intentionally deceiving you. Now, the book in reference gets a lot of things wrong, and I'm not going to go over it in my videos. Nah, it's better if you guys read it if y'all want to, and, you know, you're gonna feel it inside, like the stuff that he gets wrong. And that's with any book you read, right? You're gonna read something and you're gonna have a feeling and you're gonna have a feeling when something is off, when something contradicts, when something doesn't make sense. This individual, he liked drugs. So in his book, he said that drugs are natural because drugs come from nature. Drugs don't come from nature. The ingredients, drugs are a human invented concept, okay? The ingredients to make those drugs, yeah, those resources come from nature. But the actual drug itself does not. It's no different than money. Money doesn't come from nature because nature doesn't produce anything that's not needed. Money isn't needed. Money is a human invented concept. But money is made using natural tools, trees, wood, etc. Right? So, but this is a very important difference, okay? You're never gonna see animals fight over fucking money because money isn't fucking real. Money is a human invented thing that has no real value other than what humans give it, right? That's why you don't see the shit in nature, because it's not natural. Same thing with fucking drugs. You're never gonna see animals fighting over drugs because drugs are human invented. Now, the counter argument that people usually make is that, Well, but Chris, man, there's mushrooms and there's berries and shit in the woods that can get you high. Okay? These are in very specific locations, and a regular person is not going to be walking around just eating random shit off the ground. That's not how it works. Okay? And there's a reason why after you ingest a drug, you enter into a fucked up state. I think you people call them drug withdrawals, alcohol withdrawals, whatever. That's your body letting you know that what you just ingested is not good for you. This individual, again, because he thinks that drugs, I mean, he's been a drug addict. One of my homeboys did a background check. He's been a drug addict. You feel me? So at the end of the day, people will seek the truth for one of a few reasons. They'll either seek the truth because they legitimately just want to have knowledge. They legitimately want to improve their lives. They legitimately just want to know. Then you have people who only seek the truth as a way to reinforce what they've been doing, right? So they'll discover that reality completely contradicts with their perception of it, but they'll find a way to spin it to justify and defend what they're doing. Oh, I'm a drug addict, so drugs are natural, right? And hey, man, when he got schizophrenia later on, he probably thought that was a good thing. I want to clarify something with you guys, okay? I always call it the inner voice because that's what it eventually evolves in, but initially it's not words. Most of you begin, you can just feel, right? You can feel when somebody's energy is negative. You can feel when you shouldn't be around somebody. You can feel when you have a thought in your head, and you can just, if you get that negative feeling, you just know not to do it. That's your natural, that's your inner self giving you warnings. Eventually, if you use it enough and you become used to it, eventually it evolves into the inner voice to where you actually get specific dialogue when you think about doing something or when you're around certain people. I'm passing by Towson right now, man, because I got to pass by Towson to get to the gym. And one of my homeboys, he was supposed to come down. We were supposed to hang out, but my inner voice said, "Bad idea, don't do it." And I told him the news, right? And he's like, "Well, if your inner voice told you, then, you know, guess that's not happening." And I could tell he was a little annoyed, but, you know. And a lot of the times, you're not... I've had shit happen to where my inner voice told me I had to do certain things, and I didn't understand why until years later, right? There was a chick I was dating. She was a great girlfriend, but inner voice said that, you know, the relationship had to end. And I didn't realize why I had to do that until years later. Because sometimes you don't understand the severity of the person you're dealing with until, you know, you obtain more knowledge and you know, then you can put it all together later on. But in that moment, you got to get out of the insanity, you feel me? But yeah, man, I don't even know what I'm going to title this because wow, I hate the Towson traffic circle, bro. These people are crazy. Holy shit, man. Yeah, no cares in the world, man. It doesn't matter that the police barracks is right up the street. Let's just call it whatever. Let me stop ranting. Yeah, don't get caught breaking the law in Towson because the barracks is up the street and the jail is right around the corner. So yeah. Any crime that they see you commit, half the agency will be here in seconds, literally. So, but anyways, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to title this because I covered a bunch of stuff, but yeah, man, it's sad. Seems like some of my detractors, they did look into some of what I was saying, but because I'm the one saying it, they just want to reject it all, you know, regardless of how that affects their future, and if these people ever reproduce, regardless of how it affects their children. So yeah, man, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm just about at the gym, gonna get my workout in, I'm gonna possibly go to IHOP and get a sandwich. Yes, sir. See y'all around.